But I hope that you can eventually become the person that they say, oh, if he or she is thinking about something, it will be so. Because she is the type of person that has been so believing in herself and doing the work behind scenes to believe in herself that now it converts into the real actual fruit of those thoughts. Hey guys, welcome to the Something New Show, and I'm glad to be back. I'm your host, Mindi Linscombe, and today I am going to talk to you about confidence, because I have had so many people over the years ask me, how are you so confident? And it's such a compliment. I really do take it, as an endearing word of affirmation from them. However, I do believe every single one of you can have the confidence that you see in me. And I just want to teach you my mindset and how I get to belief and how I get to positivity and how I get to the idea that I really do believe anything is possible. And I know that's kind of crazy. And for a lot of people, they do wonder how I have that gift, but I would tell you it's almost a gift of belief, a gift of faith, a gift of just knowing that if anyone can do something, why not me? And so I want to kind of walk you through today some of the mindset things that I would hope would help you to see kind of where I'm coming from when I believe so much in anyone, not just myself, but in anyone and their potential, and basically walk you through some of those steps. So the first thing I want to hit is understanding where our value comes from. And so I would be lying to you to tell you that that it's just all me. It is not all me. The truth of the matter is I'm actually a very committed Christian, and my faith is one that comes from the belief that God created me. And I don't think God makes mistakes. And so everything he creates has value. And you can find that in the Bible. You can read scriptures about this. But when I believe that there is a God and he created me, it has changed my perspective to come from a starting point that if he made me, I must have some value and significance. And so whenever I meet anyone, I see them as someone God created, and that they have value and that they have significance. And so I look at them with 110% belief that anything is possible, no matter what they've been through, no matter what trauma, what hardship, what, maybe physical ailment that they have been given. All of that can be overcome, and they can be or do or accomplish anything if they believe in themselves. So again, the first step really is getting a hold of and believing with your whole heart that you have value because you were made by the ultimate creator. And so when you have value, then you can start to frame everything else from that standpoint. So I would like to say that's my baseline, is believing and knowing that I have value because of who created me. So the second thing I like to think about is when I'm confident in his abilities, or, the ability that he's given me, it does bring about a mindset that all things are possible. And it's a very different feeling than arrogance. So here in the second point I'd like to make is there's a lot of people that confuse arrogance with confidence. And I want to just distinguish the difference here. Healthy confidence is a self-assuredness based on the understanding of your value rather than superiority over others. Arrogance believes that you are more superior than anyone else in the room, but confidence believes that you're just as valuable as anyone else in the room. And in fact, every single person in that room is also of that same great value. So it doesn't matter if I'm talking to a child, an adult, an elderly person, someone who has much in the world's eyes of treasure or has little. It doesn't matter who you are. When I look at you, I really believe you have so much value, and I have something to learn from everyone because they were made and they're a creation of God. And so I walk into any room not thinking I'm superior, and that would be when you can smell arrogance and when you can see arrogance in people, I don't believe that about myself. I am not better than anyone else, nor did I get any special gifts that someone else didn't get. I don't believe that, I have the right hair color or disability. I mean, I have those things. I have disability and I pay to paint my hair. So I'm just telling you, there are obstacles that even myself have had to overcome. But what's unique is that I believe that it is possible to overcome them and that my story matters, but not just mine. Every single person I meet, their story matters. And so when you have a healthy confidence, you do look at others with value and you say, I have something to learn from you. You connect with them a little bit deeper because you're looking for that really amazing human exchange. But when you have arrogance, you think you're better than others. And that is absolutely not ever what I want to project. My goal is to project belief and the idea that I can do anything because of his power within me, and the ultimate creator is able to connect with me and give me great ideas, but also he's able to give you great ideas. So I love hearing people's stories and hearing how they have overcome things and their absolutely incredible mindset. And then there's other people that don't have that mindset, but I think it's because they might not understand where their value comes from, and their abilities to overcome are there just as much as anyone else's. Number 3, I think it's important to have community, and not just any community, but choose people to be around that also bring the healthy confidence factor to your conversations, because it is important to surround yourself with people that recognize their value and recognize your value, and you guys can encourage each other to spur it on. It can be anywhere from a coworker, a friend, a spouse. But when you are a person that has confidence, I would say my confidence has been so good because I've chosen the people to be around me that also has that same approach to believing the best in others. Anything is possible. You can do it. So even in my workspace, I've had team members tell me that they have transformed working in our work culture here because they see my belief that anything is possible. Why not us? Why not our company? Why not you be the best? Why not you absolutely have the ability to do that? And sometimes it takes someone else believing in you. And you can be that for other people. You could be that leader that looks at someone that never believed they could do it and say, I believe you can do it. And I can tell you there have been hundreds of people in my life that I looked at them and I said, I believe you can do it. They didn't believe, but someone else seeing it in them, pulled it out of them, and they did things they never even imagined they could do. They've been financially successful more than they thought. They've been relationally successful more than they thought. They've been able to accomplish things at work that they never would have believed they would learn the skill sets of. But I look at them and I say, why not figure it out? You are capable of doing it. You're a smart person. You are able-bodied. Why don't you figure that out? There's so much you can do at work to learn a skill, even for free on YouTube or many places online, that you can learn something that you didn't think was possible. And when you put your mind to it, you can do it. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. But the environment does matter.
It's going to be a good day. Woo! Okay? 3, 2, 1. It's showtime!
It's no secret by now that Something New is a special place where we believe life is worth celebrating. We come here every day to make sure people feel loved, welcomed, and brought into an experience of a lifetime. You'll see friendly faces, gorgeous gowns, a well-lit showroom to highlight everyone's natural beauty, and strangers becoming friends. It's a wonderful thing to shop somewhere that listens to you and makes you feel like you're the only one that matters in this most beautiful moment of your life. We'd love to have you and your friends find your dress and become a part of the Something New family.
And so as much as you can, make sure you choose your environment, choose your friends that bring that positivity, choose the community of people that you say, these are the people that believe in the things that I believe, that even if I face a hardship, we know we can overcome. And those are the friends that you need to stay around. Okay, number 4 is addressing limited beliefs. So we talked about choosing community around you, but I want to talk to you about what thoughts you have going through your mind that are untrue. And an activity I'm going to ask everyone listening to do right now, because we all have them, is to list out every single thought that you think about yourself that is not necessarily true, or let's say it's negative. Okay? A negative thought or an untrue belief that you constantly hear in your mind or you say to yourself that is not helping you get to be where you want to be, that's not helping you grow to the person you want to become. So I want you to write down all of those thoughts, like it could be about your body. It could be about your income abilities, that you might never go past this amount because that's what your parents did. It could be about your dreams to travel. I'll never travel because of this, or I won't ever marry someone this quality because of this. Whatever it might be, your beliefs about yourself that are negative, I want you to write them all down, because it's so important to take those thoughts captive. And what that means is, that means to keep them in its place. So put those beliefs and those limiting beliefs down. In our home, we would call them ungodly beliefs about yourself. In your home, whether you're a person of faith or not, you might just call them a limiting belief. And you write all those down. And we're going to take those thoughts and we're going to captivate them, and we're going to say they stay right here. And what we're going to do is we're counteracting on the same page that negative thought with a positive thought about yourself. So if you say, I have a terrible body, I'm not attractive, no one will ever love me, I want you to counteract that with, I'm working on my health. I have a body that is alive today. I'm thankful for it. And someone will be attracted to me that I'm meant to be with, that has a positive mindset and loves me for me. And so every single negative belief that you have about yourself, I want you to counteract it with a positive truth statement. And it could be biblical, or it could be, something you really know about yourself that is actually the truth. But for some reason, you have the wrong thoughts going through your mind, and you start to create a list of all the real godly beliefs, or the truth beliefs about yourself. You write them all down. And what I'm going to tell you to do is, anytime a negative thought comes up that's on that paper, you counteract it, captivate the old thought, and you tell yourself the new thought. Actually, no, I am loved. I have a good family. I have a bright future. I have things going for me. I'm working towards health. I'm working towards financial stability. I'm working towards paying off debt. I made a dent in my debt this month, and I will do it again next month. I will find good friends because I'm going to become a good friend. I'm going to show up in other people's lives. That way they will also desire to show up in mine. And every single negative thought, I want you to counteract that with a positive belief about yourself. And as soon as you start to record and just tell your mind these true statements, you will believe them. And when you believe them, you do them. It's a whole scientific approach. And honestly, Craig Groeschel has been the master on mindset, has a great book about it. And I recommend you reading it. But just taking the science even behind, when you tell yourself something over and over and over, you believe it, and then you act upon what you believe. So if you believe these negative thoughts, you will act upon those. But if you believe the positive ones, you will act on those. And so I want to always have the environment where I am, the people I work with, the loved ones that I surround myself with, I want them to feel my belief in them. And then in turn, I really do hope they believe in me. And it's been really cool over the years. I've seen people tell me, you'll probably never do that. Negative. Now is so transformative. Those people aren't in my life anymore. But the people that are still in my life, I have had one friend, it's so sweet of her, but she always tells me, well, if you even think about it, it'll happen. She says that to me, if you even think about it. So if I say something out loud, I was thinking about, investing in this place by our university. I'm really hoping to do an Airbnb at my alma mater. And she's, if you're thinking about it, it's going to happen. It's just, she knows me well enough that she says, now in the level where I would say I live is if I do think about it and put my mind to it, my reputation is now that I do. But it's because I've shown people for 43 years that I'm really committed to positive thinking. I'm really committed to captivating those thoughts and actually telling myself truth instead. And then it turns into my actions. It turns into my actions. And so I can give you several examples, but I hope that you can eventually become the person that they say, oh, if he or she is thinking about something, it will be so. Because she is the type of person that has been so positively believing in herself and doing the work behind scenes to believe in herself, that now it converts into, the real actual fruit of those thoughts. Versus, the alternative is you believe negatively about yourself, therefore that happens, and therefore people look at you like, oh, they'll never amount to anything or do anything. They talk a big talk, but they won't do it because they've seen you over and over believe the negative thoughts, and therefore that turns into no fruit. So I want you to leave this episode thinking about where your confidence comes from, what is it rooted in, and to carry your belief in yourself greater than anything that someone could throw at you or a negative thought that you need to take captive. Be a type of person that encourages others and sees so much in them. I always am looking for things in other people that I can pull out, encourage, tell them I see this, you have an excellent gift in this, I just want you to know I noticed that. Feel like you are able to be in any room because your value isn't by what you do or perform. It's based on where you were made and who made you. And so you can show up anywhere and believe I have something to learn and something to give in every conversation, in every room. And then lastly, I'd like you to empower others by giving them opportunities to shine, because I know I have a lot of leaders on this call, and I want to remind you that it's just a part of what we can do to model belief in ourselves, but then tell people we see things in them. But the ultimate goal in my leadership anyways is to give them opportunities to use the gifts that I see inside of them. And that's empowering others. So when you see someone on your team or in your family that is amazing at something, and maybe they didn't even realize it, compliment them, see it out, give them a positive word statement of, I see this in you, it's incredible, and then give them an opportunity to use that gift and really shine. And you'll start to see your community change. They will rise up to this positive environment, this positive mentality, and you guys will all become the people you dream of being, and you'll do the things you dreamed of doing. So I hope this helped you guys get some real practical help around the confidence idea of showing up at your best in every place and believing you're supposed to be there and you have something to give in every room you step into. And you are valuable. You are full of worth. And I cannot wait to meet even more of you, because when I meet you, I want to hear your story and I want to hear how I can learn from you and use it to help all of us be better. So thank you for joining me on today's episode. Again, check out Craig Groeschel's book on mindset. It will help you so much. And I hope you like this episode. Comment with questions if you have any, and things you'd like to hear us talk about on future episodes of the Something New Show. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe to the show, rate, review, and share with a friend. Also, follow The Something New Show on Instagram and Facebook. If you want a fuller experience, watch the show on YouTube to help you create a life worth celebrating.